doing? Today I'm going to be reviewing The Last of the Firedrakes by Farah Oomerbhoy. I don't know how to pronounce this, but this is going to be a spoiler-free review, so if you wanted to watch the entire video, then go ahead. Hi, this is Lannie from the future, and I just wanted to say that there actually is a giveaway from Loving the Books Booktube Tours, which I got this book from, down in the description. It is a giveaway for a beautiful free copy of this book. So, first, let's explain what this book is about. I just want to put it out there, this is not about a species called Firedrakes going extinct like I thought it was going to be. No, it is about a 16-year-old girl who's named Aurora, and she is pretty much bullied and orphaned in her real world, and then one time she goes to her uncle's house and finds out that there is this whole entire new world in this pastry. Okay, it's not a pastry, it's like a tapestry or whatever, like that hangs on the wall. Pretty much she walks through that, and there's this giant, new, amazing fantasy world, and she goes into it, and some stuff happens there because, like all fantasy worlds, this one has a lot of problems with it. But the main problem is this country, nation, fantasy world has an evil queen who wants to kill Aurora for many reasons, and so Aurora is now on the run from this queen, and she must stay alive but also learn about the world and figure out how she can help the world and how she plays in the bigger story of everything. I rated this book about 3 stars, and I thought it was a very okay, quirky fantasy read. I did have a couple problems with this book, including Aurora, the main character. I just didn't like the way that she acted sometimes. It just felt to me that she was following the naive, new character cliche, and she didn't really accept the blame for a lot of the problems that I feel like she could have gotten out of if she had only, you know, listened to other people. But at the same time, there were a lot of things that I did like about Aurora, including her work ethic, which I really looked up to because she did work very hard to figure out this world and what has now changed her and made her become this new person. But while the main character did annoy me a little bit, the other characters I really enjoyed. They weren't really something incredibly special, but I thought they were really cute and they added fun aspects even though they were a little bit stereotyped. A lot of the writing and dialogue felt kind of juvenile and had a lot of cliches and stereotypes in it that I didn't like. For example, quoting the book, "He was the most popular boy in school!" And a lot of the dialogue did feel kind of awkward and strange to me because it was a mixture of like modern lingo, like YOLO, swag, okay, not that bad, but then also with like old language, like who needs contractions? Not us old people who live in age of not technology. I think one of the biggest problems I did have with this book was the romance. It did feel fairly like it was insta-love in my opinion, and it just bothered me because a lot of the decisions and a lot of important aspects would be based on this insta-love, and I just didn't really support it because I couldn't really see a lot of the relationship building. But while the insta-love was a problem in my opinion, I think the main problem going back to this was the main character, because I just felt like Aurora really just should have stayed in her lane. Like literally she would not be in half the problems she was in if she wasn't like eavesdropping or looking for trouble, or if she literally like listened to someone for once. Like I know us teenagers are fairly annoying and stuff, but still, it helps to listen to at least like one other person. But other than the main character, I would say yeah, this book was actually really fun. The plot wasn't very surprising. There weren't really any big plot twists that really like surprised me and like had me going, oh my gosh, what? But that doesn't really mean that it wasn't a fun ride, because I enjoyed reading the book and I pretty much flew through it when I started finally getting into the book, because I thought the world was super interesting, and if you like fantasy worlds and world building, then this will probably be fun to you, especially if you like wizarding schools or magic schools. They have a lot of that in this, which was fairly enjoyable. Pretty much I just love it when the characters and the story will like go around learning this magic and learning about this magical world, because magic is super cool. So while I did think this book was okay, I just don't know if I would recommend it, because I do believe that there are a lot of other books that do better in the plot and uniqueness and characters and I guess the entirety of the world, because this one, while it was super interesting and I loved learning about it, it just wasn't very original in my opinion. But I do think that's everything that I wanted to say, so thank you so much for watching. Bye!